Yo, okay. I thought that something that could be incredibly interesting is just like, I don't know, spend some time talking about some random weirdos. So I don't know. Here we go. Here's a random weirdo. Can men and women be friends? Probably full of really stupid takes. So let's, I don't know, let's tear them apart. I'm in a tear apart mood. Let's hit it.
I had a young man ask me the other day if it was possible to have a friendship or be friends with women as a man. Absolutely not. The idea is preposterous.
Really, Freddy? Freddy from Scooby-Doo with your with your ascot on. Please inform me, brilliant man, why with all of your axes that I know you 100% use all of the time, and your nice clay formed jug. I bet you spend all of your time sipping bacteria infected lake water from while you're out building your log cabin that you put together with your own bare hands in the middle of the Wyoming woods. Please tell me why I cannot be friends with the women.
If you see men that are friends with women or orbiting or hanging around, they're not there because they like her, to have conversations with her, or they like to have share common experiences. There is such a wide gulf between the interests and desires of a masculine man and a feminine woman that it's sometimes difficult to find common ground when you're married to one.
Dog, what? Are you married? Can you tell me? Also, what's up with this? This guy's face is making me very concerned. I've never seen the way he's looking at me. He looks like he needs like a tinfoil hat on. He's going to tell me why the world is flat. You know what I mean? What's that symbol behind him? It's the symbol of not being married, okay? It's the no bitch's face. Listen, guys. I'm going to tell you something incredibly wild. Something that a lot of people still have not been able to wrap their minds around. Even this guy who looks like he's in his mid-50s. All right? Late 40s, mid-50s, somewhere around that. That's where I peg him. All right? And that's where maybe some other women peg him when they pay, him enough money. When he pays them enough money. I'm going to tell you this now. Women are, come close. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Women are people. Incredible, I know. Truly boggling, some people may imagine, but it is true. Women are indeed just people. And since they're people, they can have thoughts and opinions. They can have hobbies and interests. And sometimes those align with yours. And sometimes they don't. While also being people, they are different from you. I am different than your average guy, all right? I am not your typical. Some people may even say I am the reciprocal, all right? I am iller than your average streamer, okay? Really, every syllable. Some of what I say is real, some of it is literal. Most of these YouTube creators are dumb, so my circle's at a minimal. And I have to tell you this, all right? Even if you don't have incredibly similar, a lot of dudes get this wrong, okay? A lot of dudes take the Diary of a Wimpy Kid sort of like approach to acquiring a female, acquiring a woman and a girlfriend or wife, okay? Which is that's incorrect. You shouldn't be doing that. As far as I've read most Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, they're not good dating advice, okay? I promise you this. But when you see a woman say something that she enjoys, you don't instantly go, "Whoa! Me too! Wow, we have so much in common!" You don't do that, okay? Especially if you don't. There's no need for you to be. You don't need to have exactly her interests 100%. I can promise you that even if you're probably not very interesting. If you believe and have the exact same interests as your girlfriend or your attempted girlfriend, she's not going to be that interested in you. You're boring, okay? You're not built different. You are different. You're weird. You're changing around your entire being for this woman. She just wants a normal guy to talk to, okay? You don't have to have the same interests as your partner. You just have to respect each other's interests. That's it. That's all you need to do. You don't have to be the same to be compatible. You have to be complementary, not the same. And these things are incredibly different that a lot of guys just don't understand. Same with my friends. I don't want friends that are exactly like me. I'm weird. I want someone who's a little bit normal and a little bit different. You know, I want somebody who can teach me other things. I want somebody who can show me things that aren't exactly what I believe. I want somebody to have like interest in things that aren't what I have interest in, so I can get out of my bubble and see some things that I may think are cool. How are you supposed to grow as a person if you live in like Squidward, Squidville? You know, how, Sway? The answer is you don't. Women don't want somebody who's just like them. Even their girlfriends, you know, aren't all just like them. They're different people as well. Simply because they have a vagoober does not mean they're the same person. It's wild. It's wild, I must tell you. Simply because two people have the same genitals does not mean they're the same person. It's wild that I have to even say this, but a lot of people, even when they become this old, still have yet to understand this incredibly normal take. Yeah, people don't want to live in the Squidward ethno state. All right, they don't. All right, and you don't want to live like this guy either. All right, you don't have to be the same. You shouldn't be the same. You should be complementary. When you see a guy go, what girls think is weird, you don't go, I think it's base. You don't have to do that. Okay, you don't have to do that. It's fucking weird. Anyways.
You've got no business being friends if you're attached to a woman with any women whatsoever. First off, it's inappropriate because you're going to bring jealousy and fear and insecurity into your own marriage. For what? The only reason, if you see men that are orbiting around women or pretending or claiming to be friends with women, they're only there because they're hoping for an opportunity. If they weren't attracted to this woman, or if they didn't think that they could somehow come in a back door or be available at the right opportunity, they wouldn't have anything to do with her.
Listen, all right? When I'm trying to come in the back door, boys, if you're trying to come in the back door, you shouldn't be secretive about it. You should just come out and say that up front. A lot of women like that. That's called confidence. Anyways, with that being said, brother, I like how he calls orbiting. I like how he calls being friends with somebody orbiting the same way like a streamer orbits around a bigger streamer to be able to like suck off their clout. Okay, there's no clout to be had. I'm not, we're not like orbiting around her simply to get just like a smidgen of her pussy drippings or something. Okay, it's not everybody is like, maybe this is you, maybe you experience this all the time, but personally, me and my boys, we don't always go,
oh ma'am, can I please have just a smidgen of coochie? Oh my gosh, just a little taste, that's all I... Oh ma'am, can I please have just a smidgen of coochie? Oh my gosh, just a little taste, that's all I...
Not all of us are like this, okay? And so because of that, I think I can be friends with a woman without trying to fiend for her coochie 24/7. It's not always like that, brother.
As far as I'm concerned, I have no interest in any friendships with women outside of my own wife. Why would I? The things that I'm involved with, the things that I like to do, I go do that with my friends. There should be a real strict division.
Some of those people can be women, you know that, right? Why would I be friends with certain people? If I wanted to do things, I do it with my friends. Those could be people too. Those people can be women as well. Once again, women are people. It's true. It's real.
Just your interest in your hobbies in a relationship. Just because a woman wants to involve herself and interject herself in everything you do doesn't mean that you should let her, and vice versa. You need to have your own time with your friends. You need to have days set aside where you do your own thing, where you go out and you test yourself, where you keep your, you should be doing something every week that frightens you. You should be doing something every day that frightens you to a certain extent, that reminds you that you're a man, that reminds you you're brave, and tests your courage and tests your ability.
Does this guy drive home from work with a road beer? Is that what he does to like scare himself every single day? What does he What the hell is he? What the hell is he talking about? Does he have like a secret Grinder account where he where he fucks guys while his wife is at work or something? And he tries to like clean up to make sure before she comes home, but he has to enter through like the like master bedroom window to not alert the Ring because it's attached to her phone, and she'll see like random dudes coming in and out of the house. Is that why? Is that what's going on? Is that what you do to scare yourself or something? Do you go bungee jumping every single day? What are you talking about? Do you go walk some dark alleys with like a Rolex on? What's happening? Do you go like to the local zoo with like a sausage link wrapped around your neck like a cartoon character and go sprint through the hyena exhibit? What do you mean do something that scares you every day? What are you talking about?
We have gotten soft, and it's not completely our fault. It's the environment that we live in, and it's the jobs that we have. A lot of us have to sit all the time. But it's important to you to create adventure in your life and create hazards and create difficulties so that you can solve, so you can have a purpose. I sit down and with my friends, and it's some people might not think that it's a frivolous thing, but it's not. We sit down and we create adventures. We don't have wars to fight. We don't have buffalo to hunt. We don't.
Wait, is he like Be a Man? And he's like, we had a riveting game of D&D. What do you mean we sit down and create adventures? Yeah, that's called D&D. That's called tabletop games. What do you mean? We sit down and create adventures. What does that mean? Be a man. Is this all of this one big D&D ad? Is that what this is? Saturdays is for the boys. Yeah, we already have this. Saturdays is for the boys. And sometimes women are some of the boys. Like, let's be honest. Wait, do I have any people here who have especially men who unironically do Saturdays is for the boys, but some girls are some of the boys? Because I know I do. I have some girls who are like some of the who are some of the boys. Like unironically, I really do, and I think it's super cool. They're super great. Now, typically, I don't trust women when they say let's go on an adventure. Okay, because like have you guys been seeing this when women are like they go online, especially on dating apps, and they're like, I want to go on an adventure. And what their definition of an adventure means is that they want to like hop in your car and have like you drive them to the middle of your Midwestern state to go see like wacky little side road exhibit or something, or just like go drive down a back road. Wow, adventure. All right. I don't trust women who say shit like that because they have no clue what they actually want. But other than that, you can go do adventures. I remember I was hanging out with my boys and a woman, and you know what we did? We went to go. It was really funny, actually. One thing that we did is we played off the fact that she was the only woman, and so we were like, we all have to earn her. We have to earn her hand, milady. We have to earn her favor. All right, for who gets to sit. For who she gets to sit next to, okay? So we all had to prove our mettle. And so one thing that we did is when we pulled up to the mall that we were going to be like causing havoc in, is that there were like there was like a crowd of geese and a crowd of ducks that were outside the parking, just like chilling on the tarmac on the parking lot. And we were rolling up, and I was hanging out the window, and I was like, yo, we should go catch a goose. The person who catches a goose gets to win her favor. And all the boys were like, absolutely. The person who catches a goose gets to win her hand. And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then we all rolled up, keys still in the ignition, hanging out the window, just fucking rolled up on the keys. And we all hopped out of the car. I hopped out while the car was still moving. All right. And we go like chasing down these ducks on the tarmac and doing the best we can to like catch a goose. I almost got one. I got like really close to one. I was like, ugh. I could like feel its feathers on like the tips of my hands as I like kind of like lunge down to try and catch one really quick, because they don't tell you this, but it's true. The government doesn't tell you this. They don't want you to know that they don't want you to know this, but it's true that you can actually take ducks home. They're free. When they are literally free. All right. You don't have to, no charge. You could just take it home. Right. And so we were all trying to catch one. We cornered some of them a little bit. We all got into like a group, and we all went like, circle formation, and we all got around them, and we were like closing in. We were closing in on them. They were honking. They were squawking. They were flapping. They were trying to fight back. Yeah, a little bit of come here, ducky. And then we all lunged, and then they flew right past us. For me, the one that flew past us, it like hopped and then like did one big massive pump with its wings, and then it almost like hit me in the brim of the hat, and then like kind of like catapulted off my hat. It kind of like it like double jumped off of my hat and then over me, and then they all flew over the car and then like away. We unfortunately none of us were able to catch one. My friend did catch a feather though. He got a feather off of one of them that fell off, and we brought it back to her, and we were like, we did our best, milady. And that was fun. So he won. That kind of he did win. We said that we all won, actually. And so we all had the opportunity to take her on like on like a 5-man date. So that was definitely fun. He did catch a fraction of a goose. So yeah, that was fun. So you can boy max with women 100% of the time. I remember one of my exes, she is 100% she was a fiend. She was a demon a little bit. She was always doing crazy stuff, especially at the park. Some things I can't say that we did at the park because they may be against park rules, and I don't want to be banned from the park. But yeah, we did some wacky stuff. I remember at our like sports park, we were there like past we hid. It was like a sort of like, can we hide in the park past the closing time? And see if we can stay there without them kicking us out. And we did. They closed down the park. They locked all the gates and everything. They turned off all of the lights, and we were all there. And the second we heard like the last car leave, and then they locked the gate, we all hopped out. And then we did like wacky memes there. We were able to play on the soccer field without anybody else there. Just nighttime soccer. None of us knew how to play soccer, but we were just kicking the ball. So yeah, we got up to some stuff, and we did it with women. It was unironically a real life stealth mission. Now the difficult part was getting out of the park, right? Because we didn't know how to get out, because like they locked all the doors, and they locked all of the ins and outs. So all of the entrances and exits had gates, but between like the big sign that said this, the name of the sports park. The name of the sports park, there's like a 13-foot wide or 20-foot wide gap or something between the fence and the sign that leads like right up to the road. And so we had to like wait. We wait there. We turned off all the lights. I put like my jacket over the dashboard since it had like one of those like screens, and we couldn't turn it off. So we darkened everything so they had no clue that we were there. And then as soon as we saw that we had some people out who were scouting the road to make sure that we could be able to get out, and then once they called back and said the coast was clear, we and just like ran through between the gate and the like giant like stone sign, and were able to escape and then hop on the road, and then they instantly just like hopped into the car, and we were able to go. So you're able to boy max with women. There's no reason why you can't boy max with women. There's no reason why you can't do adventures with women. Not all women are boring. Some are actually cool. I'm sorry that your wife is a loser, bro. I'm sorry your wife is a loser. That's not my fault.
Have continents to conquer, but we still are masculine men, and we still want to conquer and achieve and test ourselves and see how we stack up against fellow men. So you have to make these things available. So make sure that you spend time to do that. Take 1 day out of the week, and sit down with your wife and explain to her, if it should be give and take, but it's like, I'm going to go with the boys and just don't plan anything for me this day. Every time we do this. And it might just be hanging out your shop, rebuilding an engine. It might be going up and climbing a mountain. It might be a great adventure. It doesn't make any difference. The important thing.
How many mountains do you think this man has climbed? Honestly, how many engines do you think this man has built? Let's be honest, because I have family members that build engines. I have family members who are actual mechanics who actually work on cars and like get like old cars and then resell them. I can bet you that like most of these here. Let's see. Does he do, before I make any assumptions, does he do anything to craft? What does he make? Professional homeowner act? What do you do? What does he do? What does he build? Is he just like a home improvement show? Is that it? I built an F-350 Super Duty Raptor. All right. Yo, axe.
Clamp your axe to a bench and use a small wedge to support the back end.
Anybody up using a small wedge to support their back end? I know I am. I know I do sometime. You gotta do what has to be done. Super duty raptor. Once again, normal people who actually do work with trucks don't need raptors. But whatever.
Is that day is set aside for you and your friends to go do what you do. And there should be reciprocity. She should be able to do that as well. If she wants to go and have book club, or she wants to go hiking with her friends, or what have you, just make sure that that's...
Wait a second. You said like you gotta do guy things like climb a mountain. What, she can go hiking? What, you just can't go hiking just with your wife? Is her cringe feminine energy just like weighing down the entire crew or something? What are you talking about? If you can go, like, if you're both climbing mountains, why do you do it separately? I mean, you could do it together if you want. I mean, you could do it separately if you want. Hiking is gay, climbing mountains is pog. I guess. Hiking is for women, climbing is for me. I guess. Me and the boys climb. Hiking that's pussy shit.
Hog.
That's pussy shit.
That's available, that there's a quid pro quo there. But don't try to get in the idea of thinking that you can have friendships with women. And women actually, I think that maybe they believe this. I think by and large, they maintain these friendships and they keep these male orbiters around them because it boosts their ego. And they know in the back of their heart, they always know that if given a chance, if you ask them, if they were honest, all their male friends, if you ask them this, if you called them right now and had them over and wanted to get involved in a relationship, would they reciprocate that? Of course they would. That's the only reason they're not there to be your friends, ladies. They're there because they don't have the balls to aggressively pursue you. And
aggressively pursue you. Yo, any women up wanting to be aggressively pursued? I will say, many women I know do not like it when men aggressively pursue them like that. They like they like the confidence, and they like you to be, to know what you want. And the confidence, they like the confidence and for you to know what you want, but not like, not to be trapped, There always need to be out. There always needs to be an out. Here, listen, here's the wild thing, okay? We don't need to watch the rest of this. Here's the incredible, wacky wild thing. What he explained is simply just like boundaries and you being able to want to go hang out with your friend. The reason why you wouldn't want to go hang out with your wife all the time is because you probably spend all your time with your partner anyways, because they're your partner. Especially if you guys live at home already. There's nothing, like, you guys can still go out and do stuff together, but you probably want to just spend time outside doing other things. Some people don't. I know my parents don't. I asked my parents why don't they go like hang with their friends. They're like, they don't need friends. They're always like, we don't need friends. We have each other. And I mean, like, that's cool and everything, but some people think that's lame. And you know what? It just works out for whatever type of person, right? That's perfectly fine. So don't you go lame. What the hell? What the hell? JK, that's cute. Yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say. My parents have been no, never mind. I was gonna do a below the belt. I was gonna go below the belt and do like and do a punch. I was gonna hit back, but then I realized that may be too low. They're memeing. I would be memeing too, but it'd be the type of meme that you go, oh, why you say that? Anyways, you play too much. It's one of those jokes that fully stop. It'd be one of those jokes where like you where after that you respond by you play too much. You play too much. that's why your mama dead. That is how she got on. Anyways, y'all play too much. Y'all play too much. Listen. I actually think that most women who have guy friends, a lot of them will say a lot of their dude friends won't want to fuck them. There are definitely like dude friends who instead of, and this is real, and he's conflating two things, where instead of like pursuing like a romantic relationship, you don't, and you just settle for like being a friend. It doesn't always have to be some sort of like ulterior motive. It could just be like you're scared to like lose the friendship or something if she says no, or hurts if she says no, so you just don't, right? And so if you wanted to date her in the first place and you still could want to, that's true. That's real. That does happen, right? And I wouldn't even say there's not even like an insignificant amount of friendships that's real, right? That does happen. But not every friendship is like that. Simply because you're friends with a woman does not mean you're a simp. Grow up, all right? It's wild that I have to be on here, have to come online and tell grown-ass men to grow up, but unfortunately that's the world that we live in today, ruled by children. Just we were missing the cool toys. You hate to see it.